Okay, so we're going to discuss problem solving and using equations to help us solve our problem. Okay, so here we have a pretty basic word problem. 7 times the difference of a number and 1 gives the quotient of 70 and 10. And it's going to be our goal to find the number. Okay, well, in word problems, a lot of students don't like them because really the toughest part of these is always the setup. They don't know how to get started. But once we get this set up, the solving is really the easy part, okay? But it's always in the setup where where we see the most mistakes. So let's take a look at this. So we're trying to find some number. That's our unknown quantity. Okay. So what we're going to do, let's give that unknown quantity a variable. So we're going to let this number we'll call it n. So n is going to represent the number we're looking for. All right. So now let's set up our equation, and we're going to go right from the information we're given in the problem. All right, so it says 7 times the difference. So first of all, we have 7 times something. And we're going to multiply it by the difference of a number and 1. All right, so difference, first of all, tells us subtraction. We're going to multiply by the difference of a number, which we call n, and 1. Now, a lot of students will forget these parentheses around the n minus 1. We want to multiply 7 times that quantity. And that quantity is the difference of a number and 1. That's its own number. That's its own quantity, okay? So 7 times, parentheses, n minus 1, gives, it's almost like saying 2 plus 3 gives 5. We know equals goes here. All right, gives the quotient of 70 and 10. Quotient tells us that we're dividing something. And we're taking the quotient of 70 and 10, so we're doing 70 divided by 10. Okay, and that was the tough part, but we have it set up correctly now to where now it's the easy part is actually solving for n. And remember, that's going to give us our answer. We're looking for that number. Okay, so to solve this, we think of our equation solving techniques. We have something with parentheses. We want to get rid of it, right? So we're going to take the 7. Let's distribute it through. So we're going to have 7n, so 7 times n is 7n, minus 7 times 1 is 7. So you got 7n minus 7 equals. And on the other side, we could just simplify that down. Let's make it easier for ourselves. So we're going to do 70 divided by 10 to get 7. All right, so we're going to keep going when we're trying to solve for n here. Our next step will be get that 7n, get the variable term by itself. Let's get rid of minus 7. And remember to do that, we're going to add 7 to both sides. That cancels out 7 on the left side. So we're going to get 7n equals 7 plus 7 is 14. Okay. And then finally, to finish this off, we have 7 times n. How do we get rid of times 7? We're going to divide by 7. That cancels it here. But just remember to do that over here as well. Okay. So that means n is going to equal, what is 14 divided by 7? 2. All right. So that means we answered our question. We know our number is 2. So 7 times the difference of 2 and 1 gives the quotient of 70 and 10. Okay, so we know our number is 2. Okay, and we're not going to do it here, but if you're ever required to check, just take 2, plug it back into your equation, see if it makes sense, which means the word problem will make sense. Okay, so our number is 2.